Good morning, everyone. I have my midweek meetings, talks for Jehovah Witnesses during this week. Interesting stuff I'm going to make videos on. But sometimes when you listen to a talk before you make a video, make sure you try to grasp what they're trying to say. Otherwise, you could leave the very most important part out of your video. Now, this brother mentioned about when Noah was building the ark, and he was preaching, warning the people that the earth was going to be flooded. Of course, we know the story. But what does that got to do with cart witnessing? Yeah, cart witnessing compared to Noah's time. Think about it. And while we get into his talk, let's see if you can put the pieces together, and then at the end, see if you found what I found, and did you put it all together. Okay, I gave you the first piece of the puzzle. So let's go into the second piece, and then we put it all together. So here we go.
In the American Standard Version, it says, "And they knew not until the flood came." And then the Byington Version says, "And before they knew it, the flood came." Now it's hard to imagine that after 40 or 50 years of Noah preaching, building the ark, that people didn't know the message that he was saying. The point is that they didn't heed the message. So in essence, even though he was preaching to them, they just didn't take note of it. This reminded me of when in the ministry, maybe if we're at the cart, we notice that people will walk by, they won't even make eye contact with us. They just kind of look at their peripheral vision because they don't want to take note. So they don't even want to make eye contact with us, just want to get by, unfortunately. And so naturally, as Jehovah's people, we clearly wouldn't want to do that. Let's go on now to Matthew chapter 24 and verse 39 this time. And let's note what we read there. It says, in verse 44, it says, "On this account," I'm getting ahead of myself. I was doing a little edit here up on stage. When we consider this scripture here in verse 39, we'll go back to verse 39. I got a little confused with the time. I thought I had less time than I do. It reminded me of when in the ministry back in Southern California, the brothers would do the table witnessing at the airports, and we would have people walk past us, and they wouldn't look at us. And it was interesting that thousands of people would pass, and you only get 2 or 3 interested people. And we positioned ourselves right by the baggage claim, so the people had to pass us on the way to the baggage claim. And unfortunately, most people weren't interested in what the Bible's message was and the warning example. And the same thing happened in those days, and the result is that many people lost their lives. So for you and I, how do we go about avoiding getting caught up in this system as far as worrying about what we're going to do to care for our loved ones and provide for our families? The workbook highlighted Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, which teaches us to put kingdom things first, and everything else will be added to us.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there. The conclusion to this nonsense, we know the evidence, what happened to those people. They all drowned, they all died, because the world was wicked. Now, Jehovah's Witnesses thinking that the world is going to die just like the Noah's time if they don't become Jehovah's Witnesses. If they don't answer their door, if they don't stop by their carts and talk to the, basically like Noah and his family. And that's what Jehovah's Witnesses is trying to be, Noah and his family, having a spiritual ark they're building, and they're trying to tell people the world is going to be destroyed. But the only problem is, people, if you as an honest-hearted person has done research like I have and others, the only ones who's doomed is the ones who falls in the trap of Jehovah's Witnesses, doomed believing that the governing body has been chosen by Christ. But Christ never chose a religion. Started out as first founder with so many lies, and it passed on to the second president, and the third president, the fourth president, the fifth president, till now it's nothing called the governing body, still preaching their lies, telling the world to come to us. We are basically like Noah in his day. Listen to us or you will die. But guess what? The wrath is upon Jehovah's Witnesses. If the ones who left really believe this was the real truth, they wouldn't be not shrinking in their religion. People, yes, people are waking up to realize how dangerous this cult is. Of course, they're going to have people who believe that they're wasting their time standing there for so many hours, counting time, and that is the main goal, to put on their time card, so the elders and the circuit overseer and headquarters will not be angry and discipline them for not putting hours. So people out in the world and people who leave this religion, they're not the ark. They're not Noah and his family. They are deceivers, has been deceived by the puppets of Watchtower, and Watchtower is being controlled by Satan the devil. If you don't want to do hard facts and evidence by doing research and see the truth for yourself, you can be ignorant. But for us to get, the ones who got out, we're not the ignorant ones. We was told by Jesus, which that is not his name, but we was told by him, "Get out of her, my people. Do not share in her faith." By the ones that didn't get in the ark, their faith was sealed when that door was shut. Our faith is when we left the ark of the governing body, their safety, what they claim. We got out in time before our faith was sealed for staying in this false religion. So thank you very much, and I have a few others later on from this meeting I got last night. So thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye.